As much as the topwater fishing's crazy, we do it in really small boats and we go long distances. It's not like anywhere else around the world. We need these small boats to get into the places like we are now. We fish in super shallow water out on the reef. Sometimes, like this 17-foot boat we're on now, we'll live on it for 3 days. They're so important. But what we do too, it's not for everyone. It's all about experience. It's super dangerous. You get caught out 100 kilometers out to sea in a 17-foot boat with 40-knot winds, it's you on the ocean.
Zone 6 to open aboard for Brisbane. Please have every passenger holding their passport in their own hand. Thank you.
On the reef fly. Yeah, it's this big thing here. One thing about Australia, you can never trust the weatherman. 9 hours into the drive, the rain was still pouring. We're halfway to our destination. We got there, the rain had broken, but the wind was still up. We launched the boat anyway, and luckily there's fish you can find, and to keep the SoCal guy happy, we put him on a few tuna before we headed to the reef.
Everything above the billboards and everything above the high-rise, there's nothing to do. The only time that I felt dead, the only time I really lost my head was when I took your medicine. No, I don't need it. No, I don't need it. It's not free. No.
Honestly, it's not for everyone, but this is why it's so exciting. Small boats, big fish, long distances, camping on remote islands. Like right now where we are, we're hundreds of kilometers from any civilization and we're camping on a beach just around the corner.
So trips like this, for me, is more like risk and reward. Like how bad do you want it? How far do you want to go from people to get that magic bite? You know, you could go just a few miles away from the fleet, or you could jump on a plane and travel halfway across the world on a weather window. It seems like every time I come over here, we get a really, really special moment, window, or fish, or all three. And it always comes together, and it's always an adventure. And that's the biggest thing for me. You know, life should be an adventure. You should enjoy it for that and not look to the norm and get way the heck out there and do some rad stuff. And that's kind of what drives me to do this and what brings me here.
After a killer night of sleep on the island, we woke up and unfortunately the wind was still blowing. But we had one goal at hand, and it was to get out to that reef.
It's always an unsettling feeling going to sleep on the reef in a little boat with heaps of wind, not being able to see a light anywhere around you. You're out there on your own, but when you wake up, the forecast finally came right. The wind was down, the sun was out, and the fish were biting. Look how big the one behind it is.
It was the craziest thing I've seen pretty much ever. This fish was huge. It was chasing Dylan's fish, trying to eat the lure out of its mouth. It wouldn't leave the boat, wouldn't leave the side of the fish. So I started slapping the lure down, turning it, popping it, doing everything I could to try to get a bite.
In all my years chasing GTs, whenever you see a big one, they'll come to the boat, see the boat, they might hang around the boat, but they'll spook, they'll never eat. This one, it had demonic eyes. It was trying to eat this fish, steal the lure out of the smaller fish's mouth. I've never seen a fish hang around a boat this long and then a fish of that size actually eat the lure 1 meter from the boat.
Here he is, right here.
Yeah. Very green. Walking around the other side, walking.
That's what's getting up right there, boys.
Woo!
Oh, holy freaking shiza.
That's the one we come for. Teeth marks from him trying to eat this fish.
Yeah. Wow, welcome to the GBR, baby.
Woo! Been pretty cool. Had Duane out here a few times. Lucky enough to show him what I've done my whole life in my backyard. Although my backyard is 2,000 kilometers long, the Great Barrier Reef, it's just a magical place. What we do is kinda, to the normal fishermen, crazy. We throw expensive bits of plastic at reef edges for fish that are more than likely going to take them, but it's the thrill of the bite. You see, it's so visual. They come out, they crush it. Spanish mackerel, which is another fish we get here, launch out of the water. Showed him that. We've come now to a group of islands which I believe are magical. The difference here between being out on the reef and catching multiple GTs up to a certain size. We're in a place right now where the fish are bigger, smarter, older. These things are animals, and if you can get one, you're not going to get 10 in a session, you might get 1 in 4 days. But that fish of a lifetime comes from these places. Every time I come here, you wish for that really, really big one, and fingers crossed we can get Duane or myself that big fish.
Oh, there it is. Still there, I think.
He's on it, he's on it. He's on it.
He's on it. Let it pause. He's under it. He's right here.
Oh,
You gotta be.
this is the problem with island bangers. They're smart. We came here too early in the tide, cast at them. They need the current to fire up. They seen the same color lure, same action. They literally come up and went down. Idiot. Yep.
Oh yeah.
That's some helper.
There's another one.
Woo! Biggest fingermark I've ever seen in my life.
You lied.
Oh my god! Oh, got me on the rocks. I couldn't stop it. Squeezing out with 2 hands as hard as I could. With my glove.
Another lure.
Oh, look at my bite! Look at my bite! Let's go! You don't need a hand to put it in. Okay? Ready? There you go! Good job, Peter!
You. Big dog. So we got a little bit of south wind, not expected, wasn't in the forecast. It's gonna get worse. It's all coming from this freaking giant cyclone down here. What do we do?
Arrow fishing. Get you your first meatery.
I have more
Did you just get quick dirty?
How's that?